Today I'm going to show you how you can make a Google Maps lead scraper by using n8n. This workflow will be capable of scraping leads from Google Maps without using any third-party apps. This workflow consists of two different parts. This is the first part and this is the second part. So before I'm going to show you how you can make this workflow, I'm first going to give a quick demo of what the result will be. So I'm just clicking here, test workflow. The workflow has now been run, and in Airtable we can see what the result is. So right here we have the email, the website, the search term and the location. And these are all the emails that we have gathered from our workflow. So now that you have seen what the results are of these workflows, I'm now going to show you how you can make these workflows for yourself. We are first going to start with the Airtable trigger. In the Airtable node, we first need to connect with our Airtable credential. I'm now going to show you how you can connect these for yourself. So you click here on create new credential, and in here you need to fill in your API key. I'm now going to show you how you can get this API key. So I'm now on the correct website, and that is the airtable.com/create/tokens. And right here, you're going to click on create new token. I'm just going to name it demo. And then with the scope, so you're just going to select every scope that there is because we want to be able to use every function. So after you've selected all the scopes, you're now going to click on add base and then all current and future workspaces. And then just click create token. After you have created the token, you will get an API key and we'll go back to n8n and fill the API key in our Airtable API. And now Airtable should be connected to your n8n account. So for the poll time, we are going to do every minute, and then we have the base and then the table. So before we are going to connect our base and table, we are first going to make the first sheet in Airtable. So the first column is a name. The second column is the type of business that we want to scrape. Then the status is scrape itself. And then we have a example email that we want to find. And then here I have the last modified and then the created column. So for the name column, we are going to give the city that we want to scrape in. Then for the business, we are going to give the business type that we want to scrape. So now that you have set that up, we can connect our base and table. And I have set it up by ID. And for the base, you are going to your Airtable and then copy this part of the link. You're going to copy that, put it right here. And for the table, you are going to copy the following part of the link, that is this part. So you just put that in and then your table and base is connected for this trigger. And then trigger field is created, so when we have created something in this table, then it will trigger. And then here in additional fields, you click the grid view. And then your output should be the row that you have set up right here. And if all went correct with setting up our Airtable trigger, we will get the output right here. Next, we have our basic LLM chain. And before we are going in this node, we first need to connect our OpenAI chat model. So for this node, I have chosen the ChatGPT 4o mini. Next, we have our structured output parser. And this is important for the type of output that we want to get. Click this right here. And I have just made a sample output of what I want the output to be. And then right here, this is in combination with the node itself, we'll get the output. So now I'm in the basic LLM chain, and here we have our prompt, which is the important part. You are a Google Maps search assistant designed to create highly specific and localized search queries. You will be provided with a business type and a city name. Your task is to generate a comprehensive list of search queries by incorporating the sub-regions and neighborhoods of the given city. And then here we have some more instructions, and here we have some examples of what we want. And as you can see here, we have a really structured output, and this is very important for the results that we want to get. So now we are in Google Maps, and if I just want to scrape plumbers, so when I type in plumbers in Los Angeles, I get around 15 to 20 results maximum. But I want more results than 20 because I want to scrape all of them and get their emails. So the solution for this is to make more specific search queries and use all the neighborhoods as different search queries and gather all the information for that. So now I have plumbers in Hollywood, and then we get all the plumbers that are in Hollywood, and we get like 8 results. But if I just type in plumbers, I will maybe get 2 results in Hollywood instead of the 8 that I just found now. So we are going to make multiple search queries for all the neighborhoods in the city to get as much information as we can get. Now we go back right here. Your goal is to provide a complete and exhaustive list for any city and business type provider. Please create search queries in, and then the name of the city, and then here the type of business that we want, and then here we have the output that we want. So if we go to the output, we can see here all the different search queries that it has made for plumbers in the neighborhood of Los Angeles. And then finally, we require a specific output format, and that's why we have this node right here. Now we are going to the next node. We are going to split out all the different outputs that we have got from the previous node, and then right here we are going to map them to the output input and then the location, because we also want the location for the next workflow. So now we have the loop, and this is going to loop each of the outputs that we have gotten from our previous nodes. And this will run the next workflow that is actually going to scrape our Google Maps. So after it has run all the different outputs, then our workflow will be finalized. Now we are done with the first workflow. We are now going to the next one. And this workflow will actually scrape our Google Maps. So we are first going to start with a when executed by another workflow node, because this will trigger our workflow. In here, you just put the workflow input schema as input data. And in the first workflow, I have set it up that the input data is the output from our loop. So in here, I've also pinned some data, so we don't have to always run the first workflow to be able to run this workflow. To make this also, you just click on here, pin data, and then create this for yourself. So output is plumbers in Echo Park, and the location is Los Angeles. So we are going to use this data to run the entire workflow. The next node is we are gonna get our location. The method is a get, and the URL is the google.com/map/search, and then the output. And the output is our search term. And then the authentication is none, and none of these are selected. When we test this step, we will get a lot of data for the search term. So this is actually the HTML from the Google Maps itself. So next we are going to extract the domains that we have actually found from the Google Maps HTML. So this will be all the results that you will get when you search up the search term in the Google Maps itself. Here we have the data. This is just the data input. And then here we have a regex to match all the domains. So you are just going to copy this code. So when we run this node, we will see that we get an output of 190 outputs. Next, we are going to filter these domains, because not every domain that we have found is actually useful for us. So that's what we're going to do right here. So here we have the output from the previous node. And then here we have a regex that we have made so that all the bad emails will get filtered out. If you don't want to make these workflows all by yourself, these workflows will also be downloadable for free in the link in the description. So after we have run this filter, we will only keep all the useful domains from our Google Maps search. So we have kept 130 and discarded 159. So now we are going to remove all the duplicates and just click here, remove items repeated within current input, and then this is the input. So now we have kept 17 items. Now we have our first loop. It is just batch size 1. And now we are going to get the data from the URL that we have actually scraped. We have a loop because we have 17 items, so we need to get 17 URL data. Now we are in the get URL data HTTP node. The method here is a get, and then the input is the URL from the loop item, and then the authentication is none. So what this node will actually do is it will get all the HTML of the URL that we have just found from the Google Maps. So as you can see, we have a lot of data that we can't really read. So in the next node, we are going to map the data right here that we have just found with the URL of the website that we have found the data from, and that's what we're going to put right here. So this will loop with all the different items that we have found from our Google Maps. And now we are going to filter some data right here. We are going to filter the data that we have found from our loop right here. And next we have another loop, because now we are going to filter the data that we have found from each of the URLs. And in this part, we are going to find all the emails that are correlated with the domains. Right here in the loop, it's just batch size 1. And then right here in the next node, we have the extract only domain. This node will only extract the core domain name of the website that we have just scraped. So right here in this code, we have the input. So that is just the input right here. And then we have a regex that will find the domain name. And if it has found it, then we'll get an output. Right here, you can see the output, the domain is johnsplumber.com. So this is just the domain name. And this is very useful because this is what we need for the next node to find all the emails for our scraper. You are just going to copy this right here. And then in the next node, we're gonna find the domain emails. So what we are looking for are emails like info.plumber.com. So that are just the company emails, so we can get in contact with the businesses that we have scraped. So right here, we have our HTML content that is just right here. And then here we have our input data for the domains of the previous node that we have just run. And here we have our email regex, and this will find all the company emails of the domain that we have just found. So if there are no company emails, we will get a message with nothing found. So here we have nothing found. But if I look in some of the other results, here I did found a email, and it is info at, and then here the business name itself. So right here we have just scraped an email for a business. To make this work, you are just going to copy all the code right here. So this will run for all the data that we have found of each of the different websites. And now we have another filter. So in this node, all the domains that did not have a company email will get filtered out. If the output was nothing found, then it will get discarded. And if you did find an email, then it will be kept. So right now, for the 10 items that we got, 1 was kept and 9 were discarded with nothing found. The input right here is just this input and then is not equal to nothing found. So if you did find something, we are going to keep it. Next, we have to split out. So right here, so if we did find multiple emails, we have to split that out. Okay, and then right here in the next node, we are going to set all these emails to lowercase, because sometimes different variations of the same email with capital letters will be found, and then it will be seen as 2 different emails while they are the same. That's what we are going to do right here. So you have the output of the split out, and then you're going to type 2 lowercase and with 2 brackets. So that's will all make it lowercase. And then we are going to remove the duplicates, because sometimes the same email will be found multiple times. And then finally we have our if node. This if node will check if we have found any emails that we can use. So if we did not find an email, then this reject will not match, and then it will not be put in our Airtable. So right here, this is just the output from the remove duplicates, and here we have another reject. Copy this reject, and then this if node will work. And here we can see the true branch is our email that we have found from the previous nodes. If it is false, then no operation. And the last node is an Airtable node, and now we are going to put the information with the email in our database. First, you are going to connect with your Airtable credential, and then the resource is a record, and then the operation is a create. And the base is the same as you have used for the Airtable trigger. And then the table, for this we need to create a new table. So you go back to Airtable and then create a new table, and then I have made a table emails. And for this table we need 4 columns, because I want the emails in the first column, so this will be the emails that we have just found. Then the website, this is the website where we got the email from. And then the search term right here is the search term that we have used to find this email. And then the location is the city where the email is from. This is all the important information that we have just scraped from Google Maps. I have called this table email, so I just selected right here, and then map each column manually. And then for the email, we just use this one. And then for the website, I have used this one right here. And then the search term is all the way back here, and that is right here, the output of the search term. And then the location is this one. And for the option, I have used typecast. If you look in output, you can see all the information that we have just added to our Airtable database. Now this workflow is finished. In combination with the first workflow, this workflow will run for each of the different search terms that we have found in the previous workflow. So right here we will have 32 different search terms. So this workflow will run 32 different times and will find emails for each of these search terms. So with these workflows you can get a lot of emails pretty fast. So that is all I have for you today. If you found this video useful, don't forget to leave a like or subscribe, and I see you in the next video.